me again, baby, and I'm back like I never left, honey. Woo! When the enemy strikes, woo, baby, let's talk about it. And it's crazy because I was compelled to do this particular episode. Like, I was gonna just chill out. You know, I did a hard days of work today. I was going, I got my little hard iced tea, you feel me? And I was just like, I'm finna go lay down. But God put on my spirit to speak about this topic. So, I got to be obedient, honey, because let me tell you something. Delayed obedience is still disobedience, and don't you never forget it. So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and do a quick episode. I'm gonna go ahead and publish so you guys can tune in and listen in. And I just want to thank you so much for all my supporters and all my viewers. Listen, I love y'all. I brag on y'all all the time. You already know it. So let's talk about it. So when the enemy strikes, and the enemy is going to strike, and especially when you have a calling on your life and when you're walking in your purpose and you have a purpose to fulfill, baby, that enemy is not fair, honey. He will strike and he will use things. He will use situations. He will use people. Because let me tell you something. You are not fighting with that particular person. You are fighting with that spirit. You're fighting. You're not fighting with flesh and blood. You're fighting with that particular spirit. You're fighting the enemy, right? And he don't fight fair. So he uses people, he uses places, he uses things, he uses certain situations and circumstances, and he just go overboard and overtime. But let me tell you something. We're not going to give him no praise, honey, because, acknowledge me, because here's the thing. Where the enemy works hard, God works harder. And so I want you, when the enemy strikes, and I'm talking to myself as well. When the enemy strikes, I want you to be still. That's the time. Don't make no decisions. Because a lot of times when we're going through things, we're impulsive. I know myself. I have an impulsive personality, especially when I'm dealing with fear, or I'm dealing with some type of anxiety, or I'm dealing with some type of shock. You know what I'm saying? I have like an impulsive personality. But I want to tell you to be still and know that God is still God. And I'm talking to y'all, but I'm talking to myself too. I want you to know that He is Lord. And He has stepped before you. And He's going to work out whatever circumstances that you're going through. Whatever circumstances that you're dealing with. That life has dealt with you in a bad hand. It's okay. Because in the end of the day, you will prevail. I want to come on here and share it. It was so strong on my spirit. I don't know who needs to hear this right now. But I want you to be still. Just be still and know God is still working. Even behind the scenes, He's still working. You pray about that thing, and you let go, and you let God. I want you to use God today. Don't try to take it in your own will. Don't try to do anything. Just sit still. Just be